Hey everyone, it's Dansu here with a little bit more of Stormbound. So the season just reset yesterday, and I played a couple games just to get up in the ladder where people start becoming a little more difficult to beat. And I'm going to show you a couple games with the Swarm deck that I demonstrated yesterday. Now there's only 60 seconds per turn, so it's going to be a little hard to talk about strategy, but I'm going to do my best to explain the choices that I'm making. Alright. So we got a 15 HP guy over here. He could be a bot, but unsure. Alright, we're going to chuck Warfront Runners because we can't actually use it right now. Alright, this is a pretty bad opening hand. Usually we want to gain at least 2 movement forwards, but because his HP is so high, we probably won't be ending the game in 3 or 4 turns, so this should be okay. I'm going to put Mischiefs down just in one of the middle 2 columns. Okay, so definitely not a bot now. Tigor the Vengeful. Alright, so that's pretty scary. Level 3. Um, yeah, that's brutal. Alright, so it spawned in that column, so now we're basically just going to never play anything in that column ever again. And we could either Forgotten Souls, then North Sea Dog, or we could Gifted Recruits, then North Sea Dog. And so Gifted Recruits is a lot higher statted, but then we have this Forgotten Souls in our hand. So we're gonna go with Gifted Recruits here. Okay. Then to place North Sea Dog, I would usually put it over here, but so that I could Forgotten Souls and move both these guys up next turn. But the thing is, he has that unit over there, so I'm still gonna put it over here, and I'll explain why. So after our Gifted Recruits moves up, if it doesn't die, it's in a position where it can defend the most upper left tile. And so as long as it's here, then he has to kill my Gifted Recruits before he can do anything, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so this guy just wrecked us with a straight value, which is unfortunate. But now we have a Shady Ghoul, which is it's a sticky minion first of all. We could play our first Mutineers first, and then hope that he doesn't discard green prototypes. But that's a little too hopeful. So we're gonna play our green prototypes. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to trade with Collector Mirrors. All right. So hopefully he can't kill all 3 of our units. Alright, so that's 1 down. That's 2 down. Okay. Okay, hopefully we don't spawn behind us. Okay, so we were unlucky, but we were not that unlucky. So we're gonna hope for a big play here by chucking our Mischiefs. Okay, so Vindicators is not what we wanted. We're gonna North Sea Dogs. Well, I suppose we only really have one play that we can make here, which is to Herald him these 2 guys up, and then Restless Goats to kill him. So our position is definitely not looking very strong right now. He had a very good opening, and he drew Gift of the Wise twice already, which is very hard to deal with. Right now, the strategy. Okay, so he decides to whiff it, which is exactly what we wanted. Oh, but okay. So it's looking a little like game over here, but we can Okay, didn't even push her front line up. Okay, we're gonna call this game. All right. So, what could we have done differently? Um, other than get luckier, I suppose maybe I've tried to make a better trade with our green prototypes, because we only really got 2 strength off of it instead of 4. The thing is, in this deck, if you do go a longer game, it becomes a lot harder to win, and we will have to sacrifice more speed in order to get more value. But okay, well, so this guy has 11 HP. I'll show you how a game should go with this deck. Unless he is also playing a Swarm Rush deck, in which case we might have to go on the defensive. Okay, so we're going to take a column that hasn't been used yet, and preferably in the center, so that next turn when our mutineers move up, we can play a unit that's protected. All right, so we pretty much only have 1 or 2 options here, and we're gonna take the one that doesn't clash with his units. All right, so now that we know he's ironclad, we can pretty much go all in because ironclad is very slow. There's no way that it can race us. So North Sea Dog plus Restless Goats is 3, and Gift Recruits is 4, and Gift Recruits is also 4 strength total. So we're gonna play our Gifted Recruits, and then we're gonna play our Mischiefs. So you see this in this formation, First Mutineers also protects it protects our Mischiefs, and then our Mischiefs protects our Gifted Recruits. So unless he has 3 units with mobility, or if he has like some sort of 2 movement unit, he can't actually kill all of our units, even if he could output 12 power total on turn 5, or with 5 mana. All right, see, so he pretty much gave up. Like, there's no way we can kill him, so we're going to try to kill him first. He's going to hope that I can't deal damage, which, of course, is a bad thought because almost every single card in our deck can guarantee a couple damage in. So, all right, so back to where we started. 1 star at rank 22. All right, so 12 HP, the Jad should be more of a fair fight. Okay, we're getting some pretty bad opening hands, but the thing is, there are pretty few cards that we don't want to see in our opening hand, and so since we already have like 4 of them, the chance of us not cycling into a better card is pretty low. Okay, so Shady Ghoul is a great starter, and then we're going to put North Sea Dog slightly apart from it so that we can't be hit by AoE, and also so that we can push them in with Forgotten Souls next turn, which is always an option, but might not be the best option. For example, we could also Herald Hymn them forwards. Or we could Potion of Growth for 6 total strength, which would be... Oh, okay. So that's unfortunate. It's pretty unfortunate that our guy spawned backwards, which is, again, why I don't think Shady Ghoul is that good. Just because it doesn't... Yeah. like it leaves too much up to chance. Even though it's sticky, it can be like easily outclassed. So I don't anticipate us using him anytime soon. So we're just gonna chuck it. Okay. So pretty much gonna mischiefs and then green prototypes, and I want to think about the positioning of these two. So we're gonna play prototypes more behind because we want the higher strength guys to be at their base. Or rather, you see, they ended up the same strength, but I want my weaker units closer to my base, so that if he does end up killing the prototypes and getting the bonus from it, then his units will not be near his own base. So if I have to trade with them, then I at least have an easier time. Okay, so let's see here what we can do. Restless Goats with Potion of Growth is a lot of power, and we do want to race him right now. So I'm going to chuck Warfront Runners because we are not going to use him this turn. All right, so this is a A+ turn right here. So we have a lot of power right up to his base. We could hit him directly for 4 damage, but the thing is, he'll still be at 7 HP, and then he could possibly output 7 damage with 6 mana. So instead, we're going to place First Mutineers right next to our Restless Goats to protect it. And then if we can connect with our Restless Goats, then we should have an easy time killing him next turn. We have a lot of options. Like if it's 7, we can First Mutineers. If it only has 6 HP left, we can Vindicators. Oh, actually, well, if it has 6 HP left, we can also First Mutineers plus Shady Ghoul. And we can also chuck one of our cards in hopes of getting a better finisher, like Herald's Hymn. Okay, so that was pretty much his optimal move. Not much to see here. So he's at 6 HP, just like we said. Oh well, actually, we can't actually kill him at 6 HP. So let's chuck our Gifted Recruits and see what happens. Okay, so this is not actually a hand that can kill him right now. But because we have Vindicators and we have Mischiefs in our deck, I am pretty confident in our ability to. I'm pretty confident in our ability to deal that extra 1 damage, even if he kills all of our units and sets us back. So he can't really kill us this turn unless he has. Yeah, no, his Blue Sail Raiders, unless he draws Blue Sail Raiders again. But his Blue Sail Raiders was only 6 strength, so not even that's going to cut it. Like Blue Sail Raiders into Mutineers or something. Yeah, okay. So we rolled the dice a little there. But okay, so he's placing his units in a way that doesn't really let us attack him, but we don't really care. Yep, okay, so it may look like luck, but it was more that we were unlucky that Mischiefs wasn't in our 4-card hand to begin with. So that was a solid game right there. We could have lost at the end if he was a little more upgraded, which is one of the fears. You'll notice in the last 3 games, we actually haven't even gone off a good Herald's Hymn yet. And so sometimes that might make you doubt, like, oh, is him like even like a good card? Like, it doesn't do that much. The thing is, a lot of the games that we win are kind of toss-ups, and Herald's Hymn guarantees us a certain percentage of games that we just win if the opponent cannot clear out our front line effectively enough. Okay, so in this game, pretty clear he's a Swarm Rush deck, just like us. He's trying to get in there for some quick value. So we are going to level 2 Shady Ghoul. So we are going to have to play on the defensive because because he got the first turn, and so he's moving everything up. Okay, so see, he got lucky with the spawn on his Shady Ghoul, like 50-50. And so that makes him very, very happy. And the thing is, if he spawned behind, then he'll be really sad because he literally just played a 2-mana, 3 strength guy and died into our gifted recruits. Okay, so he's not going all out. Or maybe he sees the potential to kill me while staying defensive, which we will see about that. So let's check Warfront Runners. Not going to need it. Okay, well, that's even worse. So you see how he has 2 units on the front line right now. So we have to defend because he could blow us out with Herald's Hymn otherwise. So we're gonna use Mischief to kill this. We're gonna use Restless Goats here, which doesn't actually put us back any, and then we're gonna kill that last guy with a North Sea Dog. So that was an instance where you see North Sea Dog works out very well for us because we only have 2 other 1-drops, which is Restless Goats and Green Prototypes. So the consistency of getting multiple 1-drops in our hand is pretty low, but if we include North Sea Dog, then a lot of time we can just get that extra 1 mana value in. Okay, so we are well and on our way. So we could potentially use Vindicators just because it has 5 strength, but that's really 6 mana for 7 points of value, which is not what we're looking for. So we're going to kill this with our prototypes, and then take a chance that he can't blow us out with just 1 guy. No, actually, why even take the chance? All right, we're a Swarm deck ourselves. We know how dangerous it can be if they have the right hand. So we're just gonna set him back all the way. This is an example of a game where 2 people who play the same deck, whoever has more upgraded cards tends to just have the advantage, which is kind of a tragedy of the game, but that's how it works. Okay, so got a pretty high value Fel Flares off there. Completely just tore apart our plan. Okay, so we can work with this. We just want to get as many units as possible up in his face. Yeah, all right. It's pretty much over. It's not it. We didn't finish the game the way that I wanted. Oh, also, okay. I completely misplayed the North Sea Dog because I was just confident that we were going to win. So if we do end up losing this game, which I don't really see how, you can blame that missing 5 strength right there. But this game didn't end in the way that I wanted to, which was like racing him for damage and then eventually killing him. Which, if you're against a deck that has more upgraded cards than you, that's pretty much the only way you can win. But what we did this game instead was we basically just outvalued him. We used our green prototypes for a full 4 strength by making sure there aren't units around for us to give him the extra 2 strength. And basically we just killed him. We killed him with brute force. Alright, so he probably disconnected on us just to make us wait a little bit longer. Don't really get why people do that, because it's faster to concede if you want to play more games. Alright, so maybe we shouldn't have filled up this whole thing if, well, we didn't know. Okay, so that was quick and easy way to finish him off without having to wait a whole nother animation. Victory. Alright, rank 21. Let's see what we get. Lucky Charmers. Okay, that's pretty good. I do have a pirate deck that's winter, and Lucky Charmers is always a good addition. Siegebreakers, not such a good card. I don't like that they changed it so that when you upgrade him, his strength stays the same, because everybody knows that 4 mana for 4 strength is pretty garbage. Maybe if they changed it so that he moved, that would really fix him up. Like make him a 4 mana 4/1 or something. Rimelings, okay, that's super good. Yeah, probably one of my favorite cards, and you probably noticed in the first game how Rimelings wrecked us. So, all right. I normally watch the videos. You guys should too, just because it saves you time if you're trying to get gold. And except for the sake of showing you guys more games, I'll pass up on that opportunity. So it's for you guys. Okay, well then. I really want to show you guys a game where things go right, and it's against somebody of like the same or higher caliber deck, because I think against decks that have more upgraded cards than you, I think Swarm is one of the best bets, just because it can sneak past people if they get bad hands. Like the biggest reason why a lot of decks aren't feasible is because if you put a lot of later game cards in your deck, then the consistency of drawing playable cards in your first 2 turns goes way down. And so once you can't play like at least 2 things on your second turn, then you can be blown out by a swarm deck essentially, and that's a huge factor into why some decks aren't possible, just because they're countered by swarm. Okay, so we're gonna chuck Herald Him here because Potion of Growth is better, and then okay, this is a solid hand. So we want to play our things one column apart, and then we want to play something in the inner 2 columns when it's in this middle row here, so that again on the next turn it will move up 1 tile, and then we can put something into the upper left corner, and then it will be protected by the mischiefs because it has to hit the mischiefs first. And in fact, so if he doesn't clear out mischief, we can play Gifted Recruits into Potion of Growth, which is 10 power right outside his base, which is very threatening. Yeah, so he runs Potion of Growth too. He knows it's a good card. But the thing about it, Potion of Growth is, if you put it on a unit that's only halfway across the board, it's not very threatening, unless somehow it's like turn 6, and you can threaten Forgotten Souls plus Herald Him to move it like 2 tiles forwards. But yeah, you see, so that was an example of using Potion of Growth too early. It had no impact on the game whatsoever. Although he should have played more defensively anyways, because we had more board presence. But mistakes were made. All right, 13-13. Let's see how it goes. Player 2594. Forgotten Souls. Not gonna need it. Okay, so this is like the one case where Shady Ghoul, or okay, rather, if we didn't draw North Sea Dog, Shady Ghoul would have been the best 2-drop in this deck for this situation, just because it's a sticky minion on our first turn, so that we can guarantee. Yeah, see, so if he somehow like played like First Mutineers or a big ass Restless Goats, like a level 4 Restless Goats, then it would have defeated our Mutineers. Okay, so that was a misplay by him. He should have played his Gifted Recruits from above just to make sure, but I guess he handled it either way. So not much to say there. So hopefully we get a 1-drop so that we can eat this green prototypes and get use of it while also using Potion of Growth. All right, so that did not happen. So now we either Potion of Growth or we play North Sea Dog, or we buff our North Sea Dog. And I think I'm going to go with Mischiefs, just because this Mischiefs is technically a 6 strength play. It's already a 5 strength play because we deal 1 damage and we have 4 strength. But because we eat the prototypes, we get 1 more strength. So A 6th strength play is the same thing as our Potion of Growth, except now we have 2 minions, so it's a little harder for him to remove both of them. So if he clears out what we have, then we're gonna have to play a little defensive. Um, oh yeah, okay, so he's playing very defensive. Yeah, he knows he's in danger. Okay, so this is unfortunate because and it's also why I really want level 5 Herald Him because look, 1 damage, 4 damage, so that's 5, and then Herald Him together is 4 more. So so. Oh, actually, no. I don't think that would kill either way. So you know what? I take that back. Um, so we're gonna play a little defensive here. We're gonna. Well, I guess we're gonna play both of these minions. So it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So because we're scared of being blown out by Herald Him, we're gonna kill all of his frontline units. And so you could make a riskier play by pushing in for damage, and then you could also potentially win if he doesn't have Herald Him. But the thing is, if you do that, you're always taking a gamble. Okay. Um, check Vindicators. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play First Mutineers, and no matter which card he discards, we have a very solid play. Okay. Or we have a six strength play either way. So we could defend against First Mutineers, um, but the thing is, unless he has if he has a 3-mana Herald Him and he plays 2 other cards, then he will blow us out. But the thing is, that's 3 cards that he has to have. So we're gonna take that risk. We're gonna take that risk, and we're gonna. Okay, actually, in hindsight, I should have put the North Sea Dogs behind our Mutineers, so that we would have more damage this turn. All right. So now, if he can't kill me, then he's thinking. Okay, so he probably can kill us. Yeah. All right. So that, guys, is why you always protect against Herald's Hymn. All right. So lesson learned from me, personally, which is don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. That was a pretty good game, but it wasn't me showing you how to play. It was player on whatever his name is, player showing you how to play, because he did it perfectly. He always defended unless well, except for that one turn, but I didn't have enough mana to kill him. But essentially, if they have something near your front line, you can't be greedy. You can't be greedy. You have to defend. And if you can't defend well, you still have to. Just because it's better than taking the chance that he kills you. I should have put North Sea Dogs behind, or I could have done any number of things, but we got greedy. We wanted to end the game faster. Okay, so easy easy move. 1/3 chance that it discards North Sea Dogs, but even if that happens, we would be kind of okay. So he didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't have Gift of the Wise last turn, so chance he has it this turn is very high. If he Gift of the Wise and Rindling, then it's pretty crazy. All right, here we go. Here we go again. Yeah, would you look at that? That's some top level, top tier stuff. All right, what do we do against this? Chuck Forgotten Souls. No good place to put your green prototypes in, but that doesn't even matter because actually. All right, so I messed up. I should have put Mischiefs in front of the Rhymlings so that they wouldn't just be dead. but I panicked. Yes, it was trivial to kill that. These guys are still walking for some reason. Maybe he's glitched out. Maybe he doesn't have anything to do in his hand. He's just using the bathroom or something. All right, here we go. Okay, so definitely can't herald him. Okay, so we're gonna race him. So we had 2 mana, 3 mana, and then, so we have 6 mana. So we could push him to growth for more value, but I think I'm gonna play something that's more sticky. And I'm gonna put it in that column just so that there's the greatest chance that if he kills it, my next thing will end up on the same row. Alright, so we have a really bad hand, but he doesn't know that. Ah, okay. Never lucky, never lucky. Okay, we're gonna... There's a chance we will use Vindicators? Is there? We might have to use Vindicators and play the long game. Okay, so that was terrible. Well, yeah, okay. It's eating up our base now. So you never want to play the long game as a rush deck, but we could still come back. Let's see. Holy crap! All right, he played his whole hand there. I'm pretty sure. Which is sad, very sad for us. And we were pretty much forced to defend. No, we could have played we could have played aggressive. Yeah, that was another misplay by me. You're lovely. All right, all right. You know what? We misplayed too hard. So what we could have done is we could have climbed up through the column on the right and then the column on the left, and then because we had 3 units that could move. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get like one game in where I do something right, and then we'll call it a day. You're probably thinking, how did your deck get to rank 1 when you suck so much? But what happened was I managed to get lucky with a couple of high HP people, and then I also played against a lot of bots because at the time that I climbed, once you hit like rank 10, like basically every other game at least was a bot. So it was just free stars. Although I'm still pretty confident that this deck can get to rank 1. Just can't run into so many winter decks and then get unlucky. All right, so hopefully we spawn to the left. Okay, so we did not. Not going to use that for sure. All right, so we're going to gifted recruits, and we're going to first mutineers in a protected location. So hopefully he can't output a 8 strength using 2 units with mobility. And if he can't, then we can straight up like prototypes, goats, him, kill him any way we want. For 3 for forever. Alright, so he basically. See, I don't know. He could have. Nah, well, there was no play there that could feel good. He did, however, get like a pretty dangerous. I mean, a very efficient hand. He had 2 1 drops. So we're gonna play this to get it up, which is actually it's very nice. That we could get our restless goats up to this level instead of instantly killing it. Because now we can him and get both of these guys in. All right, but that game doesn't really count because we were up against units that weren't quite as leveled as us. So even though we won very fast, it wasn't a great demonstration. Let's get another one in. Huh. Okay. Sean Kimojo, 20 HP, level 5 mischiefs. Man. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Deal 2 damage to our base on play. Okay. We could Warfront Runner, we could Mischiefs. I'm gonna go with runners. Hopefully he doesn't kill it, and hopefully somehow we get lucky enough to race him. Ha! Oh, mommy. Oh, wow. That's the dream. That's the dream right there. Alright. We're gonna play Mutineers, and hopefully we can... Okay, well, it discarded Mischiefs for us, which is very inconvenient. Let's check out Gifted Recruits and see if we can get something better. Okay, we can't. So we're gonna just push it up. So the only like feasible way that we can win right now is just for him to drop his guard down and then push something into his base. But the thing is, even if we got exactly what we wanted, like he doesn't touch our mutineers, we potion of growth and then heralds him. That's only 12 damage. All right, let's see. All right, you know what? Let's not bother. He's obviously very smart. There was one time when I actually beat a 20 HP guy, but he was playing Ironclad, so might as well have only had 13 HP. Nobody around? Okay, another 11 HP guy. Hyunwoo. Alright, we're gonna play first Mutineers, hope that we keep our North Sea Dog. Okay. Never lucky, never lucky. It's okay. What are the chances that he kills it this turn? Apparently, pretty high. Apparently pretty high. Apparently 100%. Okay. Well, no biggie. So we're not going to trade with his West Wind Sailors, just so that we can. So that was 4 mana. So next turn we can't play both those at the same time. So we're just going to chuck one. Okay, so he drew Rimelings twice already. What are the chances? Alright, so we are not going to need him. No, actually, we're not going to need Warfront Runners. Alright. Let's play Shady Goal. Hope that we get up. Okay. Okay, at least we got that. 6 mana, 9 damage. Should we take the risk? Yeah, let's take the risk. Okay. So we have 6 mana. If we drew Forgotten Souls, we could push this guy up and then Herald's him in. But that's a really small chance. Okay, so he's trying to draw into some more of his OP cards. Okay. This should be undefeatable. Hmm. All right. Not quite what was planned. Let's see. Indicators, check that. All right. Okay, so we had just enough to kill him. But that was very, very close. Forgot about Midwinter Chaos there. Didn't want to lose to an 11 HP guy, right? Alright, so as you guys can see, it's probably Swarm it's good, but drawing I will concede that drawing a lot of that midwinter stuff is better. So hope you learned a trick or two. Let's always defend against him and call it a day.